Legion Secret Origin number 1, written by Paul Levitz, art by Chris Batista. This is a companion piece to the Legion of Superheroes / Legion Lost stories, just giving secret origins as to how does the Legion come to be, which is good for me because I don't know. I genuinely no clue. I just assumed it always was and always will be. So, this issue picks up with they describe the past, I guess. They say how the United Planets has been reconnecting Earth with its former colonies. We have, searched throughout the planets and all that. And then a star cruiser arrived on a planet called Anatrom, which was thought to be living a self-sufficient life. And then, oops, it's an entire genocide of the entire planet. And they don't know who did it because war like this has not existed in the United Planets in multiple lifetimes for humans. But hey, there are other aliens with longer lifespans that have deeper grudges. And they come across this machine that they don't recognize. And they bring it back for some investigation. And they're like, it's some sort of something. Maybe it's a weapon, though, so we should probably have it looked at. And they're like, yes, let's send it to the best tech guy. So they sent it to the best tech guy, and tech guy's like, all right, cool. So it doesn't have any inputs, doesn't have any outputs. It seems to take on a whole lot of energy and doesn't spit anything out. And it explodes. There's literally a panel of him going, oh my, and then explosion. So they realize they need a little bit of someone more intelligent to look at this, someone who knows what they're looking at. And so they talk to the Kaluans, which are Brainiac's race, and they're like, hey, we need someone to look at it. And it's like, oh yes, you asked for our brightest, and here he is, Brainiac 5, which people are a little bit hesitant at because I guess Brainiac is still kind of a thing, but his name's Quirrell Dox, and they're like, all right, so they plan on bringing him back. Then we get this council that there's so much data that comes into the United Planets. They need a council of 3 people in order to decipher it and see what's good. They have a Kaluan for just the raw data. The a person with foresight and future sight in order to tell what's up, and then a third guy who I don't even know has a name yet. But either way, they're all just talking, and they're like, oh wait, hold on, here's something about some billionaire, millionaire, trillionaire, I don't know how rich he is in the future. He's rich dude stepping off of a plane, and he's got these 3 kids with him, and the future sight person's like, whoa, something's happening here. And they're planning on killing the trillionaire. Other people are planning on killing the trillionaire. And these 3 kids, one of them senses that he's going to be killed. And then the other one uses magnetic powers to take away their guns. And then another one zaps them. And this is Saturn Girl, Cosmic Boy, and Lightning Lad. And the Foresight one's like, these kids are going to be super important to everything. We need to keep an eye on them. So this council's like, hey, we're the security council. We're telling the director of something, I don't even know what, space police, sure, that this is now in the hands of the United Planets Security Council. Do not interfere with this. And the space police doesn't seem to take that lightly, but I don't know why. They go and talk to RJ Brand, and it's like, so yes, the kids are important. Will you let us look into them and have us work with them and stuff like that? And RJ's like, no, your government's way too interfering. However, if we want to do this, we do it my way. So let's see what the kids can do. Maybe find a new friend or two, and just trust my intuition in this. And the council's not happy about that, but they deal with it. Quirrell Dox arrives on, I don't think it's Earth, but wherever the explosion was. And he's like, all right, whatever. You wanted me to investigate, let me go investigate. And he goes and he walks over to the device and he does a little bit of investigation on it. And a little spark makes its way off of one of his devices, lands on the device. It explodes again. And everyone's like, oh, God, we killed the smartest being in the universe. But then it's revealed he has a force field on that should not be able to exist. And Brainiac 5's like, it's family secret. Anyway, moving on. So then we see that the 3 kids have officially formed they are calling themselves Legionnaires. They have costumes and everything like that. and they're officially setting up themselves as a protection team sort of thing. Cut back to Coral Docks, who's still investigating the item, and this girl pops up just out of a rock, and she just starts poking at Brainiac. She's like, "Oh, hey, my name is Tinya Wazo from Bgzl." That's the only time I'm ever going to say it, and you're never going to get it again. And she's just poking fun at Brainiac. Brainiac manages to drop something on the device again. It explodes again, but she's not harmed by it because she is a phantom lady from a phantom planet who came through a wormhole that showed up nearby. And she's like, "By the way, your United Planets are going to be in trouble, so I'm here to kind of warn you about that." The council sees this and they're like, "Okay, so we need answers as to what she's about." And he's like, "Well, ignoring her, they're legionnaires over here. They just got another new member. Or maybe they got 3 of them. That's right, it's Triplicate Girl with the ability to form into 3 bodies." And they're commenting how RJ Brand is like, "Yeah, no, he wasn't just being grandiose. He is making a legion. But the question is, what are they recruiting for?" And that's where we leave off with Triplicate Girl joining the team. I like this intro to the team so much more than I like the actual Legion of Superheroes book, because there's 5 of them. I can keep track of 5 of them. There's introduced 1 per page. This is so nice. Why didn't we just do this? I'm sorry. I'm still really pissed off that I couldn't get into the actual Legion thing. I'm much happier with how this is turning out in terms of a Legion intro book. Maybe it's not actually faithful to whatever the Legion has been before Flashpoint. I don't care. I at least am understanding what is going on between each page, and I don't have to memorize 300 names instantaneously. Art-wise, it's good. Nothing really that stand out about it. Feels pretty stock standard. For some reason, Brainiac just feels like he stands out a little bit, but maybe that's just because he's green skinned compared to all the flesh tones. I don't know. But it's fine art, and I don't really have anything to complain with about the writing either. If anything, it's a little vague at times. I'm not the I think narrator. There's narration box every once in a while. We never actually find out who that is throughout this entire story. So maybe that'll be a reveal at the end. Maybe something else. All it says is that the third guy, who I said didn't get a name on the council, is his cussed old human. Whatever that means. So yeah, maybe we'll get a reveal of that later on. I don't know. I don't particularly care as of this issue, but overall, I'm going to give this one a 6.5. It's good. Don't really have much to say about it. I'm just so very happy that I actually understand something to do with the Legion of Superheroes.